Well, it's always it's always difficult when you have a player the stature of Jerron Blossom game. A few years before that, KJ McDaniel, two first-team All-ACC guys that really impact your program in a lot of unbelievably positive ways, especially on the court. But it also opens up new opportunities for guys, and I think that's one of the exciting things about coaching is to watch guys grow and develop. Those guys early in their careers were both role players, and so now some other guys in our program are going to get opportunity to take more shots, do more things, have more plays run for them, and hopefully you're going to see some growth in some other guys, and they're going to step up and have more opportunities to make big plays and to become big-time scorers and make a name for themselves, and I certainly think that'll happen.
Obviously, this is one of the toughest leagues in America, if not the toughest. You won 6 games in the ACC last year. Is it a point of emphasis to figure out ways to win these close games? You had so many tough losses.
Yeah, we did. We were a good basketball team last year. That's the frustrating part, and we played really good basketball in the non-conference and had some outstanding wins. Went into the league and played pretty well most nights. We just couldn't close off a few games, and so we're certainly we were frustrated by that. It was difficult to play 5 or 6 games right down to the last 15 seconds and not win those games or win enough of those games, because we know we were probably 1 game away, maybe 2 games away at most from being an NCAA tournament team. And ironically, the year before, the way we played in the ACC, we were certainly good enough to be a tournament team then, but we didn't do as well in the non-conference. So we know that we've been close. We just got to try to put a full season together. We can't worry about what's happening long term here early October and into November. We need to just worry about getting better. We do have a lot of new players, and so there's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of teaching that comes with new group, and if we just focus on that, we'll be okay and start to worry about some of the other things, the bigger picture things later.
You've been coaching in this league for a while now. What's the one thing you can say that you've learned about coaching in the ACC and how teams fight night in, night out that you can implement with this team?
There's nothing. I don't think there's anything remarkably different about the league. Last year, the league was as good as it had been in 25 years. It was probably a difficult time for us to have a really good team, and a little bit unlucky with some of the way some things turned out. But the league is never going to go away. It's never not going to be one of the best leagues, if not the best league in the country. And so, talent acquisition is always extremely important. That's one of the things that we're unbelievably excited about. Audra and I, for the first time, have had a new building to sell here in the last year. And, I'm convinced that a couple of the recruits that we got on our team this year, we wouldn't have got those guys if we didn't have a new facility. And so there's no question the new facility is impacting our recruiting. It's helping us a great deal. And so I'm really looking forward to what that's going to bring, the fruit that's going to bring here over the next couple of years.
You have 6 new guys coming in, 4 of them freshmen. Some of them are going to have to play significant minutes. Give me a couple, 2 or 3, maybe it's Oliver or Sims or some of the new guys.
I think AJ Oliver and Amir Sims are the 2 guys that are probably a little bit further along than maybe Malik and Clyde right now. Amir, just physically at 6'8", 235 pounds, is a grown man and plays with a maturity level that most freshmen don't. He's pretty poised. Again, he's not overwhelmed by the physicality, so he maybe can think through some things in terms of scheme and have a better understanding because he's not worried about fighting for his life physically every day. I think AJ has a very good motor. He's a guy that plays with great pace, moves well without the ball on offense. He shoots the ball well. He's learning to become more disciplined defensively, but has very good length. And he's been in our program 6 months longer because he redshirted last year and came in January. So that certainly has benefited him as well. So I think those 2 guys are probably the 2 guys most likely out of the freshman group to play early.
Final one for me. When you look at the team that you have coming in, because there's so much youth there and just maybe inexperience in the conference, and you're going up against guys like Coach K and Roy Williams and all these guys, what are you kind of preaching to them as, here's what you're in for, here's what we need to do to be successful because we are outgunned in a lot of situations?
Yeah, we don't talk about those kinds of things, and we're not going to talk about what we don't have or who we don't have or what we can't do or worry about other teams. That's just not, I don't think that's constructive right now. I don't think that's helpful. I think it's, we're in a position right now where we just need to be positive about the guys we do have. Let's get better at the things that we need a little bit of improvement on. Let's collectively come together this time of year and understand, as we put our team together, what are we finding out, what are we learning as coaches, and how's that going to us learning about ourselves, as coaches figuring out what we want to do schematically, if there are changes that need to be made, and then as a team really getting these guys to buy in together. And I love the enthusiasm of this group. The freshmen have brought tremendous enthusiasm.